Welcome back to Limitless TV. You are never going to get rich unless you watch this video. Hey friends, Stephen Michael Miller here, and I want to touch on a controversial subject here for just a moment. I want to tell you why you will never get rich. Now hold on a second. Before you click away and you stop listening, I want to help you understand that I believe that anybody has the ability to create true wealth in their life, to actually get financially rich. But the problem for most people is they're never going to make it. And one of the biggest things that holds people back is their mental state. Now let's just talk about this and this whole idea of what your mental state is and how we change our mental state, because your state of mind, that influences your state of action. Your state of action influences your state of being. So in order to actually create something new, in order to get rich in this world today, we have to start to understand how we change our state. It's actually really simple. This isn't a hard thing, but I want to teach you a few things right now. So if you follow Tony Robbins or some other gurus, they often talk about our emotional state. They talk about our emotions, right? And our emotions are energy in motion. And I want to ask you, how do you typically attack life? And I'm talking about any situation. What does it look like? Because typically how we attack one thing is how we attack everything in our life. And one of the reasons why we're not getting rich, why you may not be getting rich right now, is because you're not properly attacking the different aspects of your life with the energy that will create that wealth, that would create those riches in your life. Let me ask you a question. If you go on and you open up your laptop and you go onto your bank account and you type it in, have you ever experienced this where you open up your bank account and you see some zeros in there? And I'm not talking about the zero, the one followed by lots of zeros. I'm talking about just the zeros. You know you've got bills at the end of the month and you're looking at your bank account and it looks bleak. It looks meager. How do you feel? What is your state in that moment? Do you let that information, do you allow that information to enter into your mind and into your body, and then do you react a certain way based on the information that you receive? Or do you control your state of mind, your state of action, and your state of being? This is quite simple. Just think about this for a moment. If you're here right now with me, just imagine the last time that you opened up your bank account and you didn't like what you saw. How did you react? Well, I'll tell you how most people do it because I've seen it. I've experienced this myself until I started to change things, right? You open up that laptop and you look at it and you think to yourself, oh, I've got all these bills. Right? I've got my mortgage to pay. I've got my car bill. How am I ever going to get into real estate, right? Maybe that's your goal. I want to do my next deal, but how am I ever going to do my next deal when I've got all these different bills that are popping up and I have way more month at the end of my money? You ever heard that, right? More month at the end of your money? You ever experienced that? And so we get into this down state. We let that information influence how we feel, and then how we act, and then how we are. So what I'm telling you right now is you aren't subject to any preconditioned response. You don't have to respond in a certain way. When you open up that laptop and you see no money, instead of going, oh, which is what most people do, what if all of a sudden you open that laptop, you see that number, and you said to yourself, woo, yes, like this is exciting. I have an opportunity to learn how I can create more money this month. I'm out right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm down. That doesn't mean that I'm done. All that means is I have an opportunity to create more. What if your monthly expenses, let's just say that you need $4,000 a month to cover everything. And at the end of the month or at a certain time of the month, you know that you've run out of money and you need an extra $1,000. Well, instead of getting down, what if you said, I know that I can create an extra $1,000. That's simple. I just need to figure out how to do that. Who can I call right now that can put me on a path to create an extra $1,000 right now? What program can I start that will help me create an extra $1,000? Do I need to learn how to sell better? Do I need to learn how to talk to people better? What can I learn? What book can I read? What program can I purchase? If I have to credit card it, that might even be worth it if I'm willing to implement the information that I'm getting. And all of a sudden with that new state, that new mental state, you change how you act and you change how you speak, which changes how you act, which changes who you are. Like, this is the reality. In order to be rich, you have to change how you think. Because it follows that pattern, right? How you think is how you then speak, is how you then act, is how you then are, is who you become, right? And so if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, the reason why I said that most of you will never be rich, most people in general will never be rich, and I believe that I'm probably speaking to a different class of people because you've subscribed to this channel, because you are starting already to embody this information. It means you probably are already starting to think differently, but the reality for most of us and most of you out there is you'll never be rich because you allow circumstances in your life to dictate how you show up, to dictate your state. So what I'm going to invite you today to do differently is to change your state, to choose your state. You want to be a successful real estate investor? Then choose now that you're going to embody a successful real estate investor. You're going to become that. You're going to change your state so that when you see things, when those obstacles come up, instead of allowing those obstacles to beat you down and to get you down, you're going to choose happiness and excitement. You're going to choose a state of I can and I will and I am doing right now. And with that state, you will choose and create all the riches in the world. Hey friends, hopefully you liked the video and hopefully you've got some more ideas about how you actually can get rich. If you liked what you saw, please go ahead and make some comments down below. Click a link and we'd love to talk to you some more. Or just click to subscribe. Come learn more about what we're doing, how we can help you create more and more wealth.